Hi, folks, here at DonBest.com with Todd Furman. I'm Brian Blessing. We're going to get you ready for the Monday Night Football game. Don't forget, go throughout the site here. We'll have the market report, numbers moving over the weekend, and, of course, Monday morning we will have an update for you on the Monday night game, any line movement or injury concerns for the game. Todd, let's get it going. Dallas, 3 or 3.5. The total on the game, we'll call the consensus 41.5. Let's just start with the fact these are two monster public teams. Chicago, Dallas Monday night should generate monster handle.
It should be great for the books, and I think we'll get consumer confidence back to where it was. I can't anticipate this game being nearly as exciting from an end-of-the-game situation as what we saw in Seattle, but you look at these two teams really trying to forge a path and create a new identity. The one thing to keep in mind when you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys as a short home favorite, not a good bet with Tony Romo under center.
Not in his era. There is no getting around that. Let's start with the Bears. Great start, tough spot for them in Green Bay, and then a workmanlike performance against St. Louis. And for the most part, remaining healthy. They did a nice job organizationally to have Bush there in the wings for Forte. Looks like Forte is going to see some action here.
I'm surprised, to be honest, that they'd even consider playing Matt Forte. You talk about a high ankle sprain and how that can linger throughout the course of the season. The Bears aren't in must-win mode. They're 2-1 right now, and you're going to come and bring him back with short rest. I'm a little concerned about why they need that. Michael Bush has been a nice change of pace back. Jay Cutler, though, hasn't put up the numbers I expected. He has a talented receiving core in the rookie Alshon Jeffrey, his former classmate at Vanderbilt, Earl Bennett, and Brandon Marshall, who's really burst onto the scene and given the Bears the deep threat they so desperately needed.
Yeah, the Cowboys really an in-and-outer. I mean, listen, DeMarco Murray's capable of really big plays, but to find that element of consistency in the running game, it's just not there.
No, I think they desperately missed Tony Fiammetta, who was the lead blocker for DeMarco Murray. We saw the numbers that this Cowboys team put up with him in the lineup last year. Right now, my bigger concern is the relationship between Tony Romo and Jason Witten. Witten still seems to be lingering from that lacerated spleen that was removed before the season. That's always been the safety blanket for Tony Romo, and when you don't have that, it changes the dynamics of a passing game.
And the one constant we have, I think, is both teams, their defense come to play.
They definitely have so far. Dallas, I believe, will have a ton of success rushing the passer and getting into the backfield. Explains the move to the under in this particular game. Total was as high as 44, seeing some 41.5s now. Not really sure which of these teams gets to 21, which leads us back to maybe the underdog is worth a long look.
All right, let's just do one final footnote here. This thing's sitting around a key number, but you got 3 with money attached to the spread or 3.5. What will be the prevailing dance on this number over the weekend?
I think if I'm a bookmaker and I'm sitting on this decision, I'm using 3 minus 20 as my price that I'm hanging in this game. You know you're going to see Bears money, and I think that hook will be extremely valuable. By my numbers, I have this game in that 23-20 type range, maybe a little lower scoring. So I think adding the hook, you're going to see some professionals come in on the dog.
All right, folks, enjoy the weekend. We will have a Monday Night Football update for you here at DonBest.com bright and early on Monday morning.